2-0 win against Davenport on Friday. Scoreless draw against Grand Valley State on Sunday. Not the perfect 6-point weekend I'm sure you were shooting for, but still 4 points, and you improved your first result against both of these teams from the first time that you played them. So with that in mind, your thoughts on kind of how the weekend went for your squad?
Yeah, I thought it was a good weekend all around, just from a team perspective and a team performance. I thought the players had a great week of training and really took what we did on the training ground and implemented it in the match. They've been working very hard, throughout this, entire season, and then also, trying to add things on a weekly basis and trying to keep us different and unpredictable. I thought they've really done a great job at taking what we do within the week and applying it to the weekend matches. So we couldn't be more proud of the effort that they put in. We could still work on some final executions in the attacking third, and that's something that we're going to look to build upon this coming weekend. Overall, it's really proud of the group and the things that they've accomplished thus far.
So, like we said, with a draw against Grand Valley on Sunday, is there any happiness with that at all? I mean, just given the history that you guys have had these past couple of years, we didn't finally beat them, but also didn't lose to them. I don't know. Is that any better at all for your squad, or not really?
Yeah, it was kind of interesting because, as I mentioned before in these press conferences, there's levels to this. You know what I mean? And that is the next level. And getting to maybe those wins against a top 10, top 5 team in the country is ultimately what we're striving for. And I think there was a level of unsatisfaction from the group, and they mentioned it too in our team huddle at the end, that it was good to finally get a result against them and a point, but they were left with a little bit of a sour taste in their mouth. They thought that maybe 1 or 2 chances we could have been a little bit better with in the final third, and maybe we get those 3 points. But obviously they're a very good team, and if you're going to ever beat them, they're going to make you earn it. So they still did a very good job at limiting our full-on chances on Sunday. They only allowed us to have a couple half chances. So again, in order to beat a team like Grand Valley, you got to have everything in line, and you got to finish those opportunities that do come to you. So yeah.
Right. So then this weekend, it's Purdue Northwest and Parkside coming to town. 2 teams that previously the Cats handled relatively easily. Your thoughts on those matchups?
Yeah, it's going to be good to stay at home again for another weekend before we finally get on the road for the last 3. But anytime you're playing conference and in the GLIAC, everything is tough. The GLIAC is a very difficult conference for women's soccer and a lot of sports in general. So nobody can be taken lightly. So we're fully expecting a battle from both teams. It'll be great to honor our seniors on Sunday and to go through that ceremony and to see them, just a collective hard work that they've done over the years, and just hopefully we can get them 2 wins and send them off right by honoring them on Sunday.
Like you said, Coach, Sunday, Senior Day. Talk to us about your seniors, what they've meant to you and to the program.
Yeah, I know they've, they were not necessarily, our recruiting class or something that we brought in, but, I make the joke that in a lot of ways they are ours. They've been with us since we've took over this program, and, they were the first group to buy into, what we wanted to accomplish here at Northern Michigan. And they've been through the bad and they've been through the good, and they've stuck with it, and they've been great leaders, on and off the field. In reality, though, their legacy is going to be different. Their legacy is unknown right now because they're not going to be defined by what they've done over these last 4 years. Ask me again in 10 to 15 years about, what they've done, because, you got Rachel Ersty, who's going to go on and save lives as a nurse. Evelyn Floor is one of the most bubbly person that you could ever meet, and she's a great personality. Natalie Stampley is a terrific human being and a great leader. So, I'm expecting, a lot of great things out of them, and then, and their future endeavors. And then, you have got Shanae Krebs, who's on track to be a social worker. And those are life impacting careers that a lot of these players are going to be doing in the next stage of their life. So I think they've had a great soccer career, but I think they're going to go on to bigger and better things. And I think this chapter may be closing for them, but I think at the end of it, when we look back on what they've done and what they've done over the course of their life, the best is still yet to come. So I always say, ask me about their legacy in 10 to 15 years, because I think it's just getting started in terms of the bigger picture.